Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another IELTS Journey with Fabi, where we talk about everything and anything IELTS. Yeah. If you're joining us now, please let me know where you are watching from. Okay. It's always amazing to know where you guys are watching this from. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Fabi. I'm an English teacher and I help people get the score they need on the IELTS test and do the test only once. No one should be doing the IELTS test more than once. Okay. So today we're going to talk about a topic that I think if you're here with me, you're probably interested in this topic. So today we are going to talk about how to live in another country. Yeah. If you guys are here with me, you are probably interested in living in another country. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Hey, nice to see you too. Where you're watching from? Guys, let me know where you're watching from. All right. Okay. So today we're going to talk about how to live in another country. Okay. Some of the steps. I don't know if you know, but I myself have lived in different countries. Uh, the most, yeah, the longest I've been was in the United States for 2 years and Australia for 13 years now. Okay, so yeah. And if you're here with me, if you want to do the IELTS test, that's what you want. But some people think that living abroad is complicated, but it's not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad. It's actually a simple process. Lots of steps, but it's a simple process. And that's what we're going to talk about today. If you have any questions, pop the questions in. If I don't get to your question straight away, I'll get to it at the end. All right. Okay. So let's get started. So, um, who has the dream of living in another country? You can just say, me, I do. uh, Mesfer, how are you, Mesfer? Of course, I remember you. Yeah, you were my student. How long ago? Maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago. How long ago, Mesfer? Long time ago. Of course, I remember. I have a good memory, guys. I have a very good memory, usually. All right, cool. So, yeah, um, if you're here with me, you probably have the dream of living abroad. Okay. Okay. So, who has a dream? Please let me know. Please let me know. So, people have this dream, okay? And the main reason usually people will want to live abroad is because they want to get a better job, they want to study, and someone saying hello, hello. And something else people do also. Yeah, 6 years ago, I was right, Mesfer. 6 years ago, yes. And what I see a lot nowadays, people are moving to a different country because they want a better life for their families. Yeah. Most of the people I've been helping with the IELTS test, it's not just a person. It's usually a person and the person is married and they have a child, they have children, and they want to live abroad to have better opportunities. Okay. So they think about their children. They want better opportunities for their children. And they also think, maybe I can get a better job abroad. Maybe I'm in my country, I'm working with something that I like, but I don't love, but maybe there I can get another opportunity. Okay, so that's one of the things that people are doing. Or some people just have this dream of living abroad. Okay. And someone saying here, I want to visit the United States to prove my English and have the chance to see the beautiful monuments in DC. I lived in Washington, DC for 2 years. Yeah, that's your dream. Cool. Yeah, that was my dream too. My dream was to move abroad. And then I ended up doing the au pair program, which at the time was the easiest way, most affordable way to go abroad. And I ended up with a family in Washington, D.C., and I stayed with the same family for 2 years. They were just amazing. Yeah, so I understand your dream. And Washington, D.C. is such a beautiful place to visit. Such a beautiful place. It's very nice to live there too. It's very nice. Okay. You're in Panama now. Cool, cool. All right. Okay. Okay. Let me continue, guys. You have such nice comments. I can't stop myself. All right. Cool. So, and again, so my motivation when I moved abroad, I wanted to improve my English. That's one of the reasons. Okay. And the good thing with the au pair program that I did in 2005, a long time ago, was that I was going to live with the American family, right? My salary wasn't a lot, but at least I had a little salary, something small. I lived with them, so I didn't have to pay for accommodation. And part of the program is the family has to pay for me to go to school. Yeah. And there is like a fee. No, not a fee. There's amount of money that they pay. But my family, they paid more because they saw, oh, Fabi, you really like to study. Would you like to do another course? I said, yeah, but you only have to pay that. I said, no, no problems. We'll pay another course for you. I was like, yay. So I was very, very lucky to be with that family. And again, yeah. So yeah. And again, guys, I did my research. I found the program that worked for me. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. Living abroad is possible. Okay. It is possible. You just have to find the the best thing for you. Okay. So let's go. So first of all, it's possible. Okay, guys. It's I would say it's a dream because you want to do it, but it's not the kind of dream that never comes true. Okay, it's not a dream that ever comes true. It's a dream that you have and it is possible. Okay, I know so many people who did it and you can do it too. Okay, it is totally possible. But of course, we have to think about some of the things that you have to do. It is achievable, yes. Achievable. Okay, so for example, most people complain about the price. So traveling abroad can be expensive. Moving abroad, living abroad can be expensive. Visas. So many visas, right? Visas can be a pain. But if you do the right thing, it's not that complicated. Not that complicated. Okay. And some people talk about the language. Okay. And honestly speaking, I feel that when it comes to the language barrier, I honestly think that the language barrier is actually something positive because that means you will learn another language. Okay, so I don't think there's a problem, in my opinion. But some people say, oh, I don't speak English. How am I going to do it? Yeah, so, anyways, okay. So, lots of people like to study abroad, right? So, you want to go to university abroad. Going to university abroad can be quite expensive unless you have a scholarship. Okay, but what some people do is most people they will also finish university in their own country and then they will move abroad and they can do a master's degree abroad possibly. Okay, so that's something that a lot of people want to do. I wanted to study abroad. That's why I did the au pair program, but I didn't have enough money just to study. So I chose the program that would help me study and work too. So I had the best of both worlds. I wasn't working a lot because I was just a babysitter. So I was working maybe 5, 6 hours a day. So 2, 3 hours in the morning, 2, 3 hours in the afternoon every day. Sometimes on Saturdays, but not that much, you know. So that's what worked for me. So that's what I want to tell you too, guys. It's about, you know, trying to choose what works for you. Okay. But if we are talking about studying, okay, you need to do the IELTS test. Um, what happens is most people, when you move abroad and you want to study abroad, you need a specific level of English, right? It depends on the course you're going to do. It depends on the type of course you're going to do. There's lots of things involved. So that depends on, then depending on what you're going to study, you need a specific score on the IELTS test. That's true for all places where you are going to study in English. That's why I'm here. That's why I keep telling you, if you're thinking about moving abroad, you have to start studying for the IELTS test. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what you're going to do, but you should be studying for the IELTS test. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. 90% of the time, you will need the IELTS test. I was just talking to a friend yesterday, and she was telling me that she went to study abroad and she had everything ready. And then she said, "Yay, I done everything." And then they said, "Where's your English test?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" "Well, you're coming to study here. The classes will be in English. You need to do a test to prove your English level." She was lucky because her English was really good. And then she booked the test and she did it. But again, guys, her English was very good. And I don't think she needed a really high score. And she was very lucky. And she was like, "Oh my God, what if I don't pass this test? Everything's ready, but I don't have the score for my English test." Okay. So if you're thinking about moving abroad, you have to start now. Okay, guys, now. That's my recommendation. And that's why I'm here today. I'm here to help you a little bit with the living abroad thing, but to remind you that the IELTS test is what you need. Okay. But let's say, Fabi, I don't want to study abroad. I just want to work abroad. Guess what? You also need the IELTS test. Guys, remember, you are moving to a country where English is the main language. Okay. If you just write a letter saying, "My English is very good," they are not going to believe you. They need a piece of paper that is official, that proves the level, that proves your level. Okay. That's what you need. And if you don't have the right level, they're not going to let you study. And then you've done everything you could and you can't because of your English level. I've seen this happen so many times. I'm helping some people. Some students entered my course recently, about 2 months ago, and one of these students, he's ready to get a sponsor here in Australia. He's been working for the company for a while. Okay. And they said, "We love you. We want to sponsor you so you can work for us full time." And the only thing he needs is the IELTS test. He's been working on it for a while. His company's like, "So we want to sponsor you." Look, guys, how crazy this is. So many people want to be sponsored. And he's been so lucky. But he needs the IELTS test. Okay, he needs the IELTS test. So that's what I'm saying. If you're thinking about it, you should start today. Here with me, it's a start, but then you have to start thinking about when you're going to do the test. Think about joining my course, okay, so you can be ready when the opportunity comes. Because, like I said before, I've seen so many people. They come, people say to them, "Hey, here's the opportunity." And then they say, "Yay," and they have everything. And then the only thing missing is the score, the English test. Okay. And I don't want you guys to be left behind. I want you guys to be able to achieve your dreams. And that's why I'm here to help you. Okay. So that's what we're talking about: studying abroad, working abroad, or just immigration purposes. Guys, to apply for my permanent residency in Australia, I need to do the IELTS test. I needed to do the test. My English is perfect, but I needed to do the test. I got an 8 overall. Yeah, first try, 8 overall. Okay, of course, my English is very good. I'm a teacher. but but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, guys, that's what I'm trying to tell you here. It's you need to do the IELTS test. It doesn't matter. You need to an English test. Okay, so But Fabi, there are so many English tests out there. Yes, there are lots of English tests out there. Lots of them. There's TOEFL, there's PTE, there's Duolingo, there's so many. So many. But the IELTS test is the only one that is recognized all over the world. For example, lots of people have been talking about the PTE exam. Australia accepts the PT. Not every institution in Australia accepts the PT. Okay? But some do. But when you go to Canada, they don't. That's why I choose to help people with the IELTS test, because the IELTS test is the one that is internationally recognized. Someone said Duolingo, really? Yes. Duolingo has a test, and some universities in Australia are accepting it. Yeah. Okay. But not all of them. Immigration doesn't accept it. So you see, so again, so what should you do? Just go do the IELTS test. Why not why is IELTS accepted everywhere? Because it is the most reliable test. Okay, it is the most reliable one. And that's why I decided to work with the IELTS test. I know about all the other exams, but I decided to help people with the IELTS test. That's why. Okay. And again, another reason is especially how I work with my students, the way I work with them. When I'm preparing my students for the IELTS test, I'm preparing them for their future. Just last week, I had someone get in touch with me. I think this person did the PTE exam, got into university, and guess what? Now she's struggling at university and she can't do the writings. She can't do the assessments, and she was asking for my help. Someone gave her my number and said, "Oh, Fabi, I heard you're a very good teacher. You're very good at writing. I'm at university now here in Australia, and I can't write." Okay. So with my students, I prepare them for the future. So if you do the course with me, you're going to get a really good score on the IELTS test. And when you get your score and you achieve your dreams, you will be able to keep doing everything you can. You will go to your job interview and you'll be able to perform well. If you go to university, you'll be able to write well. Okay. So that's something that I think it's important. And another thing, people obsess with the IELTS test. Okay. Thinking it's a barrier. It's not a barrier, guys. The IELTS test is your bridge to your dream. So your dreams are here, the IELTS test is here. Sorry, no. You are here, your dreams here. The IELTS test is the bridge that will connect you. That's what the IELTS test is. Please don't hate the test. The test is trying to help you achieve your dreams. Keep this in your mind. Okay, keep this in your mind. Okay. Yeah. So, guys, if you want to work abroad, you need to do the IELTS test. If you want to live abroad, you have to do the IELTS test. If you want to study abroad, you have to do the IELTS test. Okay. But it's all possible. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you 4 steps. Okay. 4 things you have to do. Okay. To decide how you're going to live abroad, how you're going to achieve your dreams. Okay. So, the first thing you have to do is, what do you want to do? Maybe we can pop in the comments. Some people already said they want to travel. Okay, but do you want more? Do you want to live in another country? Do you want to study in another country? Or do you want to work in another country? What do you want? That's the first thing you have to think about. Okay. Then the first thing is you need to check the requirements. Yeah. So I dare you. Okay. I dare you. I dare you. I would like you to decide what you want to do and then go look at the requirements. I'm 90% sure that you will that you will have to do the IELTS test. So just as a requirement, okay, someone saying, I want to work abroad. Good, good, yeah. Working abroad, that's nice. That's a good thing to do. I think it's so much fun. What I do here, so much fun. So yeah, so again, check the requirements. What do you want to do? And then you check the requirements. I'm sure you have to do, they will ask you to do a type of exam, and I recommend the IELTS test. But then you check the score you need. Because also remember we have the academic and the general IELTS. So which one do you have to do? Academic or general? If you're going to study academic, if you want to leave or work, general. Okay? So think about that. What do you have to do? All right? And then and then and then what score you need. Okay? After that, then you have to create a plan. Okay? Check how much it's going to cost. Mhm. Okay? Passport, visa, all that stuff. And if you want to study abroad, you probably have to get your um, certificates, your transcripts. You have to get it from the university, and then you have to have it all translated. Yeah, and have it all translated. Okay, but while you're doing this, my recommendation is you should be studying for the IELTS test on the side. Okay, guys, I open enrollment for my course about 4 times a year. Okay. And there are people asking me all the time, Fabi, when are you going to open enrollment? Fabi, when can I be your student? Fabi, when can I be your student? If you're here on Instagram all the time with me, you know exactly when enrollments are open. Okay. But some people say, oh, I'm not going to do the test for the next 6 months. So I'm going to join your next course. I don't recommend that. I feel that your IELTS, some people's IELTS journey are very short, others take a long time. So you should start right now. Okay, so if you're thinking about that, you should start as soon as possible, because I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know if you want to live. I don't know if you want to work. I don't know if you want to study abroad. But I know that you need the IELTS test. That I know. Okay, that I know for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. Okay. Now, just gonna say a few more things. Um, maybe you are thinking about living abroad, and then you are going to tell your parents, and they say it's too expensive. And then you go, okay. And then you go tell your friends to get some support. Maybe not getting a lot of support from your parents, so you go tell your friends, hey, I want to live abroad. And they say, you have to be fluent in English. And you go, guys. I was like, I always sneeze during the live, don't I? Oh my god. Okay, so uh it's understandable that some people think that way, because a lot of people think that way. But for example, when people tell you that only rich people can study abroad and live abroad, well, I'm not rich. I wasn't rich when I was 20. My parents were not rich. And I lived in the United States for 2 years. I lived, I worked, and I studied for 2 years. How? Why? I chose the wrong. I chose the right program for me. Okay. It is possible. Scholarships. Some universities offer the scholarship, meaning you don't have to pay for the course, but sometimes you have to pay for accommodation and other things. Okay. But others offer you the scholarship, and they allow you to work so you can pay for your bills. And others, they even give you the scholarship and they give you money to live. Not a lot, but they give you money to live. You see? So that's it. Okay. And that's what you need to do. When people tell you it's expensive, don't believe what people tell you. Go find out for yourself. If people say it's expensive, you say, how much is it? They say, I don't know. I say, "Oh, so you go find out by yourself. And then you check if it's expensive for you. Okay. I wanted to go to England. When I wanted to live abroad, my dream was to go to England. I really wanted to go to England, but it was too expensive. I didn't have money. I just didn't have that kind of money. 1 month there was, oh my God, it was so much money. I was like, I don't want to spend 1 month. That's not living. And then I found the au pair program. Basically, what I was going to pay for 1 month in England was for 1 year in the United States because I chose the right program. Okay. So, yeah. So just think about that, guys. So when people tell you it's expensive, how much is it? They don't know. They don't know. Okay. They don't know how much money you have, or they don't know how much money you can save also. So don't believe when people tell you it's expensive. Go find out by yourself. Okay. And then check your budget and find the right program for you. Okay. Then you need to be fluent in English. No, you can use the opportunity to improve your English. All right, guys. So, yeah. So, scratch that. Now, if people tell you, oh, you have to speak English, no, just say no. Okay. I'm going to learn. Cool. Yeah. And it's impossible to move abroad if you don't know anyone there. Well, when I moved to the United States in 2005, I didn't know anybody there. And I made really good friends. When I came here to Australia, when I came to Australia, my brother was living here, but he left 1 month after I arrived. So that didn't count. And then I also had a friend who moved here, but that was it. But I made so many friends. It's okay. It's okay, guys. You make friends. You make friends. And if you don't, then okay, maybe you go back to your country. But you should try. Give it a go. Give it a go. Okay. So today we're talking about living abroad. Okay, guys. So I'm just letting you know that if it's your dream, it is possible. Okay, you can do it. I've done it. First time I moved abroad, I was 21. I was 21. Okay. I was working as an English teacher already. I was working how many hours a week? Maybe 10 hours a week. I didn't have a lot of work, but I managed to save the money. My parents didn't pay. My parents had no money to pay. They didn't really want me to go. Yeah, my mom was too worried and then said no. And I said, I'll pay. I'll save money. She's like, no. And then in the end, I saved the money. And then when she saw I had the money, she's like, okay, you save all that money. I was like, yes, because I really want to go. And then she started warming up a little bit to the idea. Yeah. And that's how I did it. Yeah. And it was amazing. It was just amazing, an amazing opportunity. Okay. But you're never too old to do it too. You're never too old to do it too, guys. It is totally, totally possible. 100% possible. Okay. Do you have any questions? Let's see. There's lots of comments today. Let me go over them again. No comments on YouTube today. Okay. Let me see. Someone's talking about some apps to look for affordable housing. Yes, there's so many apps. You can get flatmates, shared house with. Are those certificates globally recognized? Yes, guys. So again, there are lots of types of English tests out there. Lots and lots of types. Okay. The IELTS test is the one that is internationally recognized. It's global. Basically, I think that maybe 95% of all places around the world that require you to do an English test to prove your English, they will take the IELTS. They will take the IELTS test. So that's why I work with the IELTS test. Yeah, Duolingo. Yeah, there's a Duolingo. I use Elsa app. What do you think about it? I always find that the problem with the apps, they're good. They're not bad, they're good. But I always see these as something extra that you can do. That's my personal opinion. Okay. So this apps is something extra because I think that you don't have the interaction with real people, which I think you miss. Okay. You don't have proper feedback. Okay. You don't have personalized feedback. That's why I think you can learn only through apps. I'm from the opinion that the app could be maybe something extra that you do. Okay. Any other questions here? That was it. That was it. All right. Cool. Nice, guys. Okay, so that was me for today. All right. If you have any other questions, please send me a message. Okay, but I think you guys should be excited about living abroad. And yes, it is possible. And there are so many options. If people say it's expensive, try to look for a cheaper option. Oh, you don't speak English? Start now. Oh, I need a high score on the IELTS test. Get in touch with me. Start studying now, and you'll be able to do it. Okay. I did it. You can too. All right. Okay. So I'll see you around next week. Bye.